Midnight Witch. French or English? Definitely French. I definitely know French. Oh boy, this game is sexual assault. Alright, let's go. Pinecone. Ba 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 ba. Look at all the waifus, though. Yeah, we've never played a game that has that, like Fear and Hunger. What are my settings? Yeah, there is a new emote, sure slap. I mean, not technically sponsored. The game's free, and this is like moneyless. I just have some keys to give away to chat. There is no monetary compensation. I'll give away a couple keys right now. I forget what... Oh, there it is. It's this thing. I have the power. Hold on, I need to hide it. I'll play it for a bit. Thanks, Good Wellian, for the year.
Good Wellian just resubbed for 12 months.
I'm hiding that.
Bocky guitar.
Baki guitar. Alright, the keyword is gonna be anime in all caps. If you want to win a key, anime in all caps. I'll give away 2. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, I think. I'll give away 3 right now. Ba, 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 ba. I think you could play anything on your MacBook. I mean, a 2D game on your MacBook is probably fine. I'm also gonna join the raffle. I want to win a key. Does it count me? No, it doesn't, lame. Does not count me. I'll roll soon. Also, big sellout. New gamer subs, pre-order cups drop in 40 minutes! Exclamation GS. More Shy Lily cups. Wow. You can coom to your cup. When's Cirno Cup? We're a little ways away from that. Thanks, Z-Man, for the 81 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna roll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The winner is freaking Gamer. I don't know. Wait, is that the last one? Oh, wait. Is that... It's lagging. I mean, he's in the chat, so I assume that it's right. Freaking Gamer wins! Woo! Alright, you get the first key. I'll whisper the keys to people after the stream. Congratulations. I need to fucking refresh it and do this shit again. The keyword will be anime. Again, in all caps, the exact same thing. Go. Go. Show me your love for anime, chat. Show me how weeb you are. Unleash the weeb. Unleash. Also, on topic of selling out, if you want to make me eat anything gross during the road trip, bottom left. Oh god, I did... Okay. Whew. I did that thing where I slightly moved a window and everything fucking minimized because it's Pog. Thanks, Shironeko Mew. For whatever you call that. I guess donation. Super chat. Thanks for the super chat. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Salty muscle. Since you guys are complaining about rigged, I'll do 2 more now. Oops. Anime. Give me that anime. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Case Samurai. You can see the name up here, so I'm not like pulling things out of my ass. I'm not lying. I'm not just picking my favorite chat members. Alright, 1 more for now. I'll do some more in like an hour. Oh, I don't have to refresh it. But if anyone else wants to join, it's anime. The keys are for the paid fan version of this here video game. But normally it's free. Like Prime Game. Alright, 3, 2, 1. I don't know why I typed in anime. I wanted to roll. 3, 2, 1. Go. Tsukibaka! Oh shit. Alright. Give away more keys later. For now, let's go. What do you mean you saved a screenshot? Finally see the game. Anyway, I'm gonna keep stalling for random reasons. My name is... Cirno. It looks super anime. That's a lovely name. Don't lie to me. My name is John Anime. Hey, Cirno, move. My neurons. Oh, shit. are very slowly kicking in like a rusty machine getting greased by motor oil. Huh? Oh, shit. Which one am I? Am I neither of them? I look up with still sleepy eyes towards the origin of this pleasant morning, greeting and notice Dan's cock. Cocky grin. Ah, shit, sorry, he's just so hot. Wes, his loyal minion, is standing right next to him. You're really not a morning person, even worse than me. Rude. I feel like I've been jolted awake from a particularly heavy sleep. Like every night, I didn't go to bed until I had exhausted all the distractions available to a broke student. A well-rounded mix of TV shows, video games, and procrastination on social media. And like every morning, I promise myself to get to bed as soon as I get home. Suddenly, I feel a hand on my shoulders that abruptly pulls me out of my daydreaming. Ah! Man, you're really out of it today. No, I just, what exactly? Unable to finish my sentence, I gently massage my aching temples. You were with Emma, right? It's been what, 6 years? What? No, it's only been, 2. 2 years? Now that's a long-term relationship. Come on, you must have had 2 years of cumulative relationships long ago, but with more than 10 girls. Ha! Ha! Got him. Hey, I'm just looking for the perfect girl. I answer with a particularly loud yawn. Yeah, if you say so. But what the hell are you doing at school this early? I also like Dan's shirt. I'm a new man, bro. Time for a quick smoke, and then I'm going to be sitting in the front row. Wes bursts out laughing, revealing perfectly aligned little pointy teeth. It's so hot. What about you? You've decided to rebuild your life too? Wes' smile suddenly fades and his face turns pale. Nopers. Well, he's not really a model of self-confidence. Did you not hear? We have a new professor this morning. Ha, nice try, sucker. His sentence hangs in the air. So what? You don't get it. This new professor, I hear she's absolutely... Cirno! A familiar voice, soft and melodious, reaches my ears. Emma stands right behind us, looking puzzled. Shit. Yeah? Guys, why are you blocking the entrance? Dan slaps me on the back, nearing knocking the wind out of me. Look, here's your sweetheart. I jostle Dan slightly to get closer to Emma and put a shy arm around her shoulders. Hey, Emma, you okay? Babe. Emma smiles at me and places a light kiss on my lips, and I conclude, which has a way of triggering a small wave of heat that radiates down my belly. I'm not really the romantic type, but this girl has brought out feelings in me that were previously totally unknown to me. Dan was telling me about the new professor we're having this morning, apparently. Emma looks at me with a surprised expression. Alright, you ready too? I remain slightly puzzled. Is this such big news? A new professor? Ha, normal answer at last. Look, kids, it's time to go take a smoke outside and talk about a topic of the utmost importance. He turns abruptly to Wes. Wes, go get seats at the back for us. I want to sleep peacefully as soon as the new professor starts spouting off her lecture. With a shifty look on his face, Wes nods and quickly leaves for the auditorium. With my arm still around Emma, I follow Dan to the park without much enthusiasm. What is it with everyone and this new professor? Is it someone famous? No, she's fucking hot, dude. The autumn breeze makes Emma's shoulders shiver, and she decides to cling to my arm a little tighter in hopes of drawing some warmth from it. My goofy smile quickly fades as I become aware of Dan's condescending. Fuck off, Dan. Get out of here. I didn't know you were a hopeless romantic, Cirno. Yeah, I get it. You are not familiar with this very concept. I'm looking for the right person, too. I mean, if Jessica decided one day to... A female student, who knows, after all, I would just need a stroke to fall into your arms. I like the art. I turn my head to the newcomer and start current coming. I don't know. Jessica, the most popular girl of the class. The sunlight slides over her incredibly long red hair. Many heads turn when she walks around the campus. Oh, she's the main character. I don't think she has many female friends, because people are too busy simping. I feel Emma's fingers tighten on my arm and notice a slightly uneasy look on her face. She and Jessica don't really get along very well, to say the least. Jessica, I was just waiting for you to come and brighten up this dreary morning. That's a lie. Didn't even dream about it, Dan. Dan bursts out laughing. The two of them actually get along pretty well. I don't think there's any hint of romance between them, but who knows. Anyways, okay, bye chat. See you on the road trip tomorrow. It's been fun. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for hanging. What's this? What's about this new professor? What's so interesting about her? Oh god, I broke it. Yeah, I feel like she's all anyone's talking about. This is really a big thing, a new professor. This is what I'm thinking, finally. Emma speaks up in an unusually excited voice. She graduated top of her class last year. It was so good the university agreed to hire her as an assistant professor even though she's barely older than us. Jessica glares at Emma with a contemptuous look. She's probably a spirit animal, right, Miss Perfect? Emma cowers in on herself as if she's been slapped. I have to step in. Hey, oh, it's me. Hey, Jessica. I know your grass-based diet must be such a pain on a daily basis. What the fuck? Hey, man, I have nothing against vegans. It's the game. But you don't need to lash out onto others. Jessica strides towards me in a way that's
Purpose
both...
4444 just resubbed for 2 months.
Thanks, Purpose. Welcome back. Thank you for the 2 months. Jessica strides toward me in a way that's both graceful and intimidating. Her haughty hair and amber eyes seem capable of setting the surrounding air ablaze at any moment. I may have gone a bit too far.
Solnyas just resubbed for 12 months.
Thanks for the year.
Serlac circle box.
Oh my god. Thanks, Bacon Soldier, for gifting a sub to Forsen.
Forsen just resubbed for 4 months.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much. 4 months? What the fuck? Thanks, Soldius, as well. We're all happy to know that your underwear sits right next to Miss Perfect's bed 3 times a week. What? But you really need to get your feet back on the ground. It's rude. Sorry, m'lady. This girl is scary. I wonder who would be crazy enough to chase after her. What? Chill. Is Dan a bro guy? Chill, Jess. You know Cirno's the white knight type. Just defending his damsel in distress. Debs I don't know whose voice is whose anymore. I'm losing it. Debs is in distress. That would be better off thrown to the dragon.
You need help?
Always. Thanks, Plitty, for the 41 months. Welcome back. An unusual silence sits in. I don't understand the animosity between Jessica and Emma. Do the same deep voice for all of them. That's what I usually do. Fortunately, Dan often manages to diffuse the tension. He got a real gift for that. His hand brushes Jessica's shoulder, and she immediately turns her animosity to his new threat, or to this new threat. Jessica, you don't understand. This new professor, apparently. She is absolutely gorgeous. Jessica raises a haughty eyebrow. Haughty? What? You wear the miniskirt and plunging cleavage, and that's enough to tickle your Y chromosome? My poor Dan, I thought you were not that stupid. Dan shakes his head, a condescending smile on his lips. You don't understand. I've never gotten so much dithyrambic feedback. What the fuck does that mean?
What is...
It's like she's everyone's first choice. Dithyrambic. Don't use big words you don't understand. Is it to impress this infamous professor? Jessica rolls her eyes with a sigh. Dan, you're really a complete baka. Jessica gives Emma one last contemptuous look, then heads towards the main building. Chanyo, I forgot what. Chanyo, I think it's time to go. Schlumples. Emma takes my hand and heads towards the building as well. I follow her with my feet dragging. This class is way too early in the morning. School is for losers. Oh shit, it's 9 a.m. I walk into the half-empty auditorium with Emma still holding my hand. Looks like not everyone is planning to attend the morning lecture. It's over here. As usual, Emma sits at one of the top middle rows at a very reasonable distance from the board. How long does this class last again? 3 hours, I think. I stare at her unblinkingly for far too long to hide my dismay. Over the whole week? A small crystal chiming laugh escapes Emma's thin lips as she quickly kisses me. They keep PDAing. Bro. Not being so silly. Social studies is one of my favorite subjects. Yeah, me too. One of my favorites to skip. Emma grabs my arm with a particularly adorable expression. Cirno, I love you. Fuck me. I love you too, Emma. You know that already. Yeah, but what I love when you say it. A duet of identical voices rises behind me. Emma! Emma! Chloe! Zoe! The twins. Well, that's their voices now. I quickly step aside to let the double hair tornado pass by me and rush to Emma. You'll never guess who we saw making out on the way here. I still can't believe it. What? No way. Yes. Yes. With an exasperating sigh, I turn away and take up my laptop. I scan across the classroom that is slowly filling up around me. Some people clearly decided to stay in their bed this morning, but from the looks of it, there's still a good 30 or so students who bothered to show up. Thanks for the Giga Chats. Not bad for a morning class. I glance at Emma, who is still absorbed in intense exchange of gossip with the twins. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Dan staring at me from the back row. This new professor must really be special for him to show up this early in the morning. An amber glint catches my eye. It's only Jessica who sat a little behind me in the back row. Jessica is the hottest so far. At a very reasonable distance from Dan, though.
And there's
Wes is giving her sideways glances. Is that why he's always with Dan in the hope of getting closer to Jessica? Aww. My face naturally breaks into a smile as I open my latest notes on my laptop. The social sciences file contains about 10 particularly short sentences and a few words highlighted in bold. Yep, that's it. Let's say that I'm desperately relying on Emma's notes. When are the midterms again? A slight nudge pulls me out of my thoughts. No, look. She's not the only one who looks stunned. She better be so hot. Like literally on fire. It seems like the whole class is hypnotized by what exactly? My eyes swerve toward the front of the class. Are those the brand new 3M whiteboards? Look at them. They're glossy white canvas waiting to be touched by a marker. I couldn't look away. They're so beautiful. Oh, damn it, she's pretty hot. Look at how cool and confident she is. Damn. The newcomer is sitting on the lecture desk. Well, thanks for being in a relationship with me, Emma. In the most natural way. Natural. All eyes linger on her fine, even features, her bewitching smile, her jet black hair cascading down her shoulders. Let alone her eyes. Eyes at once dark, sparkling, intimidating. An impossible night blue gleam dances in her gaze. The regular professor's loud voice rises sharply, but only partially breaks the spell that is mesmerizing the whole class. Wait, who's the prop? Is prop? Listen, this is Miss.
Please call me Evelyn.
Ooh. The playful... Did my thing break? That's fine. The playful tone emphasizes the bubbly and perfectly controlled side of her voice. Phone? There we go. Evelyn is my new assistant, and she will be teaching most of my classes next semester. I'm counting on you to stay serious and focused. A few whispers rise from the back rows. Psst, 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 psst. That's the dream job. You hire some assistant and don't do shit. How do you become a professor? Please, quiet in the back. Good. I count on you to welcome Evelyn and show her the full extent of your capabilities. For those who have any. Wow, 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 wow.
Angel Flash Nishkino just resubbed for 59 months. Circle Wink Surtail.
Circle Wink Surtail. Thank you, Angel Flash, for the 59 months. Welcome back. Thank you so much. The professor punctuates his last remark with a glance in the direction of Dan, who grins with all his teeth. All 7 pointy teeth. I wish you all a good day, and good luck to you, Evelyn. Ah! The sound of the door slamming shut tells me that the professor has left the room. Oh shit, it's only Evelyn and us now. A 100 way.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Good morning, madam. Oh god, simp. Hey. A collective murmur rises from the rows of the room in greeting to the new arrival. Like I
said, you can call me Evelyn, but please don't call me Madam. I am barely older than you.
Is she flexing? Is that a flex? A light laugh escapes her lips and echoes off the large walls of the auditorium.
I graduated last year, so I was a student like you until very recently.
Oh yeah, she's flexing.
I hope we can bond to learn better together. I'm still very new to the job, so I'm counting on your goodwill. Art.
The muffled echo of male voices erupts from the four corners of the auditorium. For some reason, I'm like imagining that South Park episode where they all turn into apes when like a beautiful woman walks in. The entire auditorium's just like, ooh, 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 ooh. Of course, you can count on us, Evelyn. If you need help, please let me know. Her amused eyes roam the auditorium and scrupulously, thank you, probe each row.
The room looks a little empty to me, but I think all the important people are here.
Nani? Is this a subtle way of saying she's going to take attendance? For a morning lecture? That would be unheard of! Up to you. Evelyn comes down from the lecture desk with a small, light hop. Hi, Trez.
Well, I think it's time for us to start the class. And just to start on the right foot,
Everyone sounds the same.
by the way, what class am I supposed to teach you?
Oh. Even Emma is left speechless. No one expected her to say that. Evelyn seems to revel in everyone's surprise.
This is a social studies class.
A large smile appears on Evelyn's face.
Social studies, wonderful. That's my favorite class.
Just like Emma. Have you seen her and Emma in the same... Oh, never mind. The new professor's gaze finally swivels to me. You, handsome. What's... Oh, I know where this is going. Uh-oh. Is Emma gonna murder me? Why do questions always come to me regardless of the professor? I'm Cirno, madam. Evelyn.
Cirno, could you please tell me where you were in the course?
I didn't show up for half the classes. There are many things I don't know in this universe. The meaning of life, the origin of black holes. Our progress in the course is simply part of this great unfathomable whole. Might as well go all in. I wish I could answer you, but you know, I haven't shown up to class for... Ugh. Emma graces me with a surprisingly powerful blow to the sternum, and that takes my breath away. Yeah. I give Emma a surprised look. What was she expecting? That I would be up to date with the course? I swivel towards Evelyn.
Well, Cirno, I'm lucky you decided to show up today. I'm sure you won't regret getting up this morning.
Heart. Huh?
Who can help Cirno remember where you were? We were on comprehensive sociology.
Evelyn quickly claps her hands, looking visibly excited.
The analysis of the social world, fantastic. Social relationships, right? Domination, power, differentiation.
I nod without understanding a word she just said. I really need to start studying, for real, or else Emma's gonna yell at me again. Her cold look confirms my fears. She looks quite upset. Oh, she's so mad. Sorry. Thanks, Emma, for helping me.
Perfect. Let's start the class.
I know. Perfect.
I'm counting on you all to behave. Heart emoji.
And then... We're only halfway done the class. Emma was right. Evelyn is quite brilliant. Despite her visible lack of preparation for this specific class, she has been talking about comprehensive sociology for over 5 minutes with particular insight and sense of expertise. It doesn't seem like a long time. Given my lack of knowledge in social sciences, I am unable to say if what she says is actually relevant. But she definitely sounds very convincing. Wait, isn't that the Dr. Fox effect? Seems like I've actually learned a thing or two about sociology over the years. I don't know shit. I take a look at the other students. Most of them behave exactly like usual. At least the ones I know. God, I'm a player. Hey, Ruby. Emma takes perfectly organized notes on her little pink laptop. Zoe's having a quick manicure. A little nail polish jar unsteadily resting on her right knee. And Chloe tries by all means to catch the eye of a guy sitting a few rows down, without much success so far. As for Jessica, she's staring at her laptop screen far too intensely to be actually paying attention to the class. Her. No point in lying, I haven't taken a single note, although Emma's kind of cute. A nudge on the elbow pulls me out of my daydream. I was listening, I swear. Emma looks at me warily, then finally smiles. Very funny, but take notes. Class started 5 minutes ago. With a sigh, I place my hands on the keyboard and start writing a few keywords from Emma's notes. Hey, do you guys have internet? And then I turn to a student sitting a bit further to my left. I haven't tried yet. Why? I can't connect to the Wi-Fi. Oh my god. New whisper behind me this time. Wi-Fi is down. You must have changed the password last night. Only the school intranet works. The university intranet. Great. Aside from fascinating articles about the discovery of electricity and the biography on the college's dean, this thing is as empty as my fridge on a weeknight. Hey, log on to the intranet chat, everyone's trolling. I mean, with social networks and mobile phones, this kind of thing is literally useless. But now, since we don't have the actual internet anymore... Yeah, this is scary, dude. They don't have Wi-Fi. I find the address in a few clicks and manage to log into the chat room. The messages are flooding. I open the small tab listing the people logged in. There's almost 30 people. Seriously, nobody can crack the new Wi-Fi password. Sucks so much. So fucking bored. When did they even change it? It was working just fine yesterday. I got no signal on my phone. I don't have any signal either. Why so serious? Nobody can get any signal in this auditorium. It's always been like this. But why? This auditorium was the wizard. This auditorium was built with new materials that are more insulating, but that also prevent any mobile signal. Get the fuck out. I do your mom. Shut up. He's saying something interesting. So we'll never get any signal in this room? Who's Wes the Wizard? I'm going through an impressive number of insulting messages in pure flood. It's insane how this guy would explode on Twitch. It's insane how an online chat can become a garbage can in no time. I see you up there. We will eventually, thanks to the deep indoor technology that allows signals to pass through very thick walls. But it's expensive for mobile network operators to install. How do you know all this? It's Wes, Dan's friend. His mom works for a telecom operator, so he knows a lot about this stuff. Shut the fuck up, Dark Unicorn. With the chat being anonymous, it's just so easy to troll. Welcome to the absurdity of online chatting. Chat, don't troll me, please. I glance over at Emma, still focused on her notes that now fill an entire page. She's like, her existence is anger. Poor Emma. Has Evelyn talked that much already? I feel Emma's increased look on my face. Incensed. look on my face. She hates it when I slack off, and I look up at Evelyn again. I find this almost magical bluish glow dancing in her dark eyes. I stiffen slightly as Emma's hand shakes my shoulder.
Take notes. Hurry up.
I stifle a yawn and look down at the clock. Morning break won't happen anytime soon. Dude, imagine a 3-hour class. No thanks.
We are done with this chapter. I hope it wasn't too boring.
An unusual rising tide of voices spreads through the rows.
That was perfect, Evelyn. Keep talking, please. Could you please repeat the last part? Thank you all. You are so kind. But I've talked too much. Now it's question time.
What do you mean, questions? Wait, I didn't pay any attention.
Who can tell me what the Barnum effect is?
It's when you're a farmer and you have a barn. And a few heads go up, including Emma's and Dan's.
You, next to Cirno.
Emma straightens up slightly in her chair.
It's the principle used for personality tests or horoscopes. People are flattered by a speech that valorizes them, which leads them to find inaccurate comments about their own personality relevant.
Evelyn quickly claps both hands.
Excellent. That's exactly right. What's your name?
Emma hesitates for a moment, surprised by this teacher's unusual familiarity with her students.
Emma.
That's perfect,
Emma. Read any personality test, you always find a subtle mix of flattery and statements generic enough to fit the majority. Once convinced that the test results represent who you are, you would become more likely to accept completely false statements about your own personality. This is the power of the Barnum effect.
Cold Chaos 1236 just resubbed for 18 months. Cirno.
Thank you, Cold Chaos, for the 18 months. Welcome back.
Evelyn, you are the best professor in the world.
Evelyn bursts into a crystalline laugh.
Sorry, but flattery needs at least a little bit of subtlety, otherwise it doesn't work. Let's see. Who can tell me about the bystander effect? It's a classic that you've already faced in real life.
Hands go up again.
No, it's always the same people answering.
No, not me. I'm Spaghetti. I'll pick someone this time. She slowly moves across the stage in search of her prey. One hand brushing the desk as she continues to walk.
You over there, what's your name?
Lucas, ma'am. Evelyn, The guy named Lucas. I probably talked to him twice in my life, is casually sitting in an obvious attempt to appear cool and relaxed. So, Lucas, do you know what the bystander effect is? Lucas's smile widens. It's when you are a bystander. That's it. For example, I was able to date very talented. I first read that as I was able to date 10 very talented girls. Like, Jesus, you Chad, dude. Wow. For example, I was able to date very talented girls. As a result, now I can pull off some amazing tricks. He concludes. It was dorky, vulgar, and probably off topic.
What a douche.
I love this dialogue. You bet. He'll be lucky if he just gets kicked out of class. To my surprise, Evelyn continues to smile in a perfectly natural way.
It does not surprise me after all. You look like you belong to the gifted type.
It's up to you to find out. Evelyn's smile widens.
Oh, but I already know better than anyone.
Huh?
Unfortunately, that wasn't the right answer.
What? A blinding flash of light fills the entire room for a split second, immediately followed by a dull crack. fucking dead. My eyes instinctively close at the sudden light assault. The classroom is now dead silent. Oh my god, what the fuck? When I finally manage to open my eyes for good, I find myself facing a vision of horror. What the fuck? Holy shit. My man just got stabbed in the chest. Alright, so if you get something wrong in this class, you die. Evelyn is elegantly seated on the table right in front of Lucas, smiling. Terrifying. In front of her, Lucas stares dazedly at the long blue spear that crosses his chest. There's blood absolutely everywhere. The eyes widened. Lucas tries to articulate some words, but only a bubble of blood springs from his lips and splashes a little more his completely soiled clothes. The blue spear seems to glow with a supernatural and devious gleam, as if animated by a will of its own. He looks happy. Evelyn keeps her eyes riveted on Lucas's face, whose life is rapidly slipping away. It feels like time stays frozen for an eternity. My brain, unable to process the images I am witnessing, can no longer reason rationally. Shit, shit, shit. Lucas covered in blood. Evelyn, the magic spear. I'm dreaming. A nightmare. That's impossible! I barely manage to hear the scream that tears through the surrounding silence. Oh, that's voice, thank God. Help! Run! The paralysis that had gripped the entire room disappears all at once as if by magic. A very large panic begins with half of the students taking cover under the table. You know what? We'll use this intense music and give away a couple more keys. Because I have 10 total. Hold on. Turn into a slideshow? I mean, it's a visual novel. It said it only dropped 600. Small amount. Alright, keyword anime. In all caps. Go, 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 go. Also, Gamer Subs pre-orders are live. Exclamation GS. New cups. Wow. Anime in all caps. Papa, papa. Papa, 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 papa. As background music for a giveaway, I know, right? All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam. Nepsnide, yo. I can DM that to you on Discord. That's easy. All right, another. Anime, all caps. Anime! Anime in the chat. Oh, there's food. Fun. Yum. We did just eat lunch like an hour ago. We got 3, 2, 1. Bam. Nick 54222. All right, one more for now, and then we got 3 more, which we'll do at the top of the hour. Rigged. Rigged. Yeah, this music's epic. Oh, dude, if Robot wins, I mean, Robot wins, she wins. Yeah. Yeah, the key is for, like, this is a free VN. Like, if you just want to play it, you can get it for free. But this is for, like, the fan bundle, which comes with other stuff and costs money. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Some fat guys are. I knew it was a good one. Yeah, good shit. All right, I'll give away the last 3 at the top of the hour. Door located at the other end of the room for my seat. Fuck! Emma turns to me, her face livid. Without thinking, I pull her against me and tip backwards so that our bodies are under the table. The protection is purely symbolic, but what more can I do? While my brain is screaming at me to think of a way to get to the door, my gaze goes back to Evelyn. She's so hot, covered in blood. Still smiling, she gently caresses the handle of the spear without seeming in the least disturbed by the agitation around her. Her medallion glows with the pulsing of the magic spear, which seems to be... Alright, the game is called Midnight Witch. This makes sense. I guess she's a witch. But seems to be absorbing the life of her unfortunate victim. It seems that Lucas is living his last
Headshot
moments.
Headache just resubbed for 15 months.
Someone call the ambulance. Thanks, Headshot Headache, for the 15 months. Welcome back. Alright, there's no internet or cell signal. That's true, they did set that up. His face becomes more and more livid with each passing second. And his eyes take on a gray color specific to dead corpses. Because he is a dead corpse. A frightful nausea invades me. I pull Emma a little tighter against me and force her head to turn toward my chest. In a futile attempt to spare her from this macabre vision. What the fuck? That sounded like fire. In spite of the ambient rush, a new shrill scream followed by a pestilential odor invades the room that silences all the other noises. As I try to find a proper vision angle without exposing myself unnecessarily, I manage to see a flaming mass collapsing on the floor. Oh, it is fire. Don't tell me, another student... No! The door is trapped. The students amassed near the door are all caught up in a primal panic. A tremendous stampede ensues, the crowd divided by the desire to get as far away as possible from the 2 corpses, that of Lucas and another unfortunate soul that was burned alive. Anyway... Evelyn's bubbly voice rises from the center stage as if she had teleported again from the back rows where Lucas's corpse still lies.
No, no, no. Class is not over.
I think it's pretty over. At these words, all the students froze, and a new icy silence invaded the room. Evelyn's sharp smile lights up her face, which strangely no longer bears any trace of Lucas's blood.
If you do not hurry back to your seats, I will have to punish you too.
What if I want it? After a few interminable seconds, the message finally sinks in, clear as blood. Punishment. Death. New panic sets in. Ooh. Most of the students rush to the relative safety of the tables, with a handful remain while I'm drunk. While a handful remain motionless near the door, totally paralyzed by fear. Evelyn gazes at these death row inmates with a delighted expression.
Oh, bad students.
One of the 3 students still standing faints, her face maddened. The second lays eyes on the totally charred corpse and bends over to vomit profusely. The third, his limbs shaking all over, seemed to have completely lost the control of his own body. Evelyn slowly approaches the door, her eyes riveted on the 2 girls on the ground.
Poor thing, she's fainted. What kind of teacher would I be if I punished a student with anemia?
Her lighthearted laughter is in total contrast to the seriousness of the situation. As for her... Oh, sorry, that was you. Evelyn takes a small step to the side to avoid the puddle of vomit.
I'm sorry, but eating in class is forbidden. That's how you mess up the room.
Damn, Evelyn. With a nonchalant gesture, she extends 2 fingers in the direction of the unfortunate girl still on her knees and agitated by sporadic retching. Poor thing, she's vomiting up everything. New flash of light, blue this time. The student collapses totally on her vomit in a big spray of blood. Ugh. That's nasty.
Oh my, look how dirty she is. I hate dirty people.
It's very rude. I'm dirty. I don't shower. The last student, still standing, tries to move away, but his legs seem to no longer obey the movements, intimidated by his hips. He just manages to lean against the wall to avoid falling. Evelyn raises her eyes full of malice in his direction.
Why aren't you sitting in your seat? The class has started already, right?
The unfortunate guy opens his mouth like a fish out of water and painfully manages to squeeze a few words. I
is not a valid answer, sorry.
Evelyn gives him a ravaging little wink. Wink. I can't wink, I'm a Fuma. Then quickly waves her left hand in his direction. Ah! New flash of light, followed by a dull cracking sound. A long blue spear, identical to the one that pierced Lucas, goes through the student's chest and literally pins him against the wall. Contrary to Lucas, death must have been instantaneous. The student does not emit any rattle, and his inert head falls to one side at a frightening angle. Looking satisfied, Evelyn quickly contemplates her work, then returns to the desk while clapping her hands. Well, you.
Well, I guess we can resume the class.
I'm so ready to learn after all that. Wow, I'm so focused. She runs her delicate hand through her long hair.
I think I was just asking you some questions, question mark? Alright, just a few more questions and we'll start a new chapter. Let's see.
Evelyn sweeps the room with her eyes. All the students have taken shelter under the tables, just like Emma and me. God, my Fumo's gone. Perfectly useless shelter, inasmuch as the underside of the tables is visible from the... Is that a word? Inasmuch?
It's gonna be difficult for you to take notes, crouching like that on the floor, you fools.
Fools! Despite her enchanting smile, an evil glint gleams in her eyes as she opens her mouth again.
If you don't take notes, I'll have to consider you absent.
Oh, shit, look at those eyes. The signal is clear. Obey or die. The students slowly stand up and reluctantly, I almost said reluctantly, reluctantly sit back in their seats in dead silence. Despite my heart beating way too fast, I take the risk of standing up as well, Emma still in my arms. Right, Mies? My will is close to breaking when Emma raises her big doe eyes to me filled with tears. Emma, trust me. My voice is only a whisper, but she nods and lets my arms guide her. I sit her back down in a seat right next to mine, then sit down as well. Her morbidly livid face doesn't let me forget the nausea rumbling deep in my gut. This is a nightmare, a pure nightmare. I slowly turn my head towards Evelyn, praying not to meet her eyes. With a big smile on her face, she is making sure that everyone is seated properly. A particularly sickening smell of burning flesh finally reaches my nostrils. I glance at the black carcass lying on the floor near the door. Just imagining that it is the corpse of another human being makes me want to regurgitate the contents of my stomach. No way! Magic. Magic doesn't exist. I don't know. Yeah, try that. Hello, phone. My phone's having a stroke. That's fine. There's no such thing as teachers killing students in a classroom. Not in my life. Not in my very average, very basic student life. That's impossible. Emma's small hand squeezes mine. Despite her shaking, the touch of her soft skin manages to calm my emotions slightly. Enough to bring me back to my senses. I need to be rational, control my emotions, survive. We must survive. Evelyn can kill us in the blink of an eye. She's using magic or a super-powered weapon from the future. Or whatever. It doesn't matter. The facts are simple. We are totally powerless against it. We have to trick it, to understand her motives, the rules that underlie her morbid game. Just learn in the class. That's all you gotta do.
Dead Thing just resubbed for 80
don't
months.
be wrong. Thank you, Dead Thing, for the 80 months. Welcome back. Turn them against her like in a video game. Fourth wall. I close my eyes to try to concentrate more, without success. Don't be an idiot. This is not a video game. There are no rules, no solutions, no escape. I open my eyes and meet Evelyn's gaze. My blood runs through my veins. Did she just wink at me? Her attention immediately shifts to the other side of the room, but the uneasy feeling persists. Am I next? My swallowing becomes very difficult, as if my throat has become totally knotted. I'm going to die, like Lucas, like the others. We are all going to die. My eyes freeze on the door to the room. The only way we can escape. The only way to survive. A door. Trapped. A door that condemns the one who puts his hand on it to die by fire. My breath is getting shorter and shorter as I curl up slightly in my seat. We can't get out anymore. Trapped. Condemned. How true, Jonan. I mean, the game's free. You want to do that.
Is everyone seated? Good. Let's get back to the questions, heart emoji.
No questions.
No heart emoji.
No die. Hi, Zealrin. Speaking of Zealrin, Chur Slap is now a sub-emote. Zealrin made it. Please clap.
I have a feeling you're not in a very talkative mood. So I guess I'll have to pick someone again.
Evelyn slowly ascends the central staircase, her hand gently brushing the surface of the tables as she moves. The students closest to her passage cower in vain, hoping to become invisible, all the while avoiding moving too much so as not to attract the attention of our tormentor. As Evelyn passes by our row, Emma leans slightly toward me to get as far away from her as possible, a look of terror on her face. I force my gaze to stay focused in front of me, despite—
The Coffin of Andy and Laylee is good scary game.
Thanks, Guns. I haven't heard of that one. Despite the fear of being hit by a magical projectile from the stairs to my right. A barely audible sigh of relief escapes my lips as I hear Evelyn's footsteps move away from us. She stops a few rows up, both her hands patting the table in the unlucky row with an impatient look.
Tell me, what is your name?
Slowly and carefully, I turn my head to catch a glimpse of the unfortunate victim out of the corner of my eye, sitting just a row away from Dan. That guy, it's Matt, though he's X. His usual self-confidence seems to have completely disappeared because he's dead. Head straight up, empty eyes, he is unable to meet the glance of Evelyn, nor even to answer the question asked. Oh no, he's not dead yet. Matt lets out a slight cry when Evelyn starts to move, convinced of his imminent death. To my surprise, she simply sits down in the seat next to him and leans her face towards him. Matt keeps his head turned towards the wall, as if paralyzed by fear. I can't help but feel a certain cowardly relief. Matt is next on the list, not me. Poor guy, Matt Pat. But it's not me.
You won't tell me your name? That's too bad.
Matt's voice is barely audible. Matt! Evelyn smiles delightedly.
Well, Matt, thanks for being a volunteer.
Matt swallows, as if he was a volunteer. She picked him herself. A little micro
sociology question regarding the family.
Evelyn's smile, which initially seemed warm to me, now appears purely cruel.
When a couple is expecting a child, who should make the decisions?
What? Both. Matt manages to emit an answer, which is already a great feat considering the perilous situation he finds himself in. The mother. Evelyn raises an eyebrow.
Only the mother? That's interesting.
The entire class holds its breath.
But does that mean the father has no say in it? Ever?
It's a trick. Yeah, we must consult the council. Face dripping with sweat, Matt answers in a surprisingly firm voice. Both. It's both.
Ah, both. That's very interesting.
Evelyn's smile grows more and more crooked.
But you can't change your answer afterwards. It's like cheating.
Wow. Matt abruptly turns to Evelyn, perpetual panic in his eyes. Wait, Splash. A short dagger adorned with so many new words. With cabalistic engravings springs from Evelyn's outstretched hand and comes crashing down Matt's throat with a particularly sickening sound. The latter hopelessly brings his hands to his throat, blood spurting out everywhere. He ends up collapsing against the table in a frightful rattle. Evelyn contemplates her macabre work with a satisfied air, her medallion sparkling of a blue supernatural glare. Oh, fuck, that rhymed! Ah! A few howls echo through the room. I squeeze Emma's hand tightly, hoping that she will manage to suppress any sound. The last thing we need right now is to attract Evelyn's attention.
I think we can stop the question part for now. It's so bloody.
Who let a murderer teach in? I don't know. Her perky look is perfectly surreal considering the murder she just committed in cold blood. This woman is evil. A witch. She's a witch. Oh, fuck. Powerful, cruel.
I hope you'll listen more carefully from now on. Otherwise, you'll keep giving me the wrong answers.
Evelyn quickly walks back down the stairs toward the board and turns back to the class.
I expect you all to take notes seriously, heart emoji.
Heart. I can't believe it. Is she going to resume the class like nothing happened? Can we go home?
Now let's talk about microsociology.
Without the slightest regard for the various corpses littering the room, Evelyn begins to recite a sociology lecture before the simultaneously frightened and bewildered eyes of the still living students.
I feel like you were completely asleep this morning. Come on, take notes.
All the students are now aware that each of her recommendations carries with it a threat of imminent death. As a result, I hear a number of hands timidly tapping on keyboards. Tap, 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 tap. Beginning with Emma's, on whose face I read deep terror. With a pleading look, she tells me to imitate her to avoid the witch's wrath. The witch who killed Lucas and Matt. The one who will probably kill us all by the end of the day. They said, man, they don't have to study.
Yeah.
With trembling hands, I barely manage to unlock my laptop. The chat window appears before me, flooded with new messages. She uses magic. Thank you, I do your mom. This is a nightmare I'm having. A nightmare. I just want to wake up. I'm in a nightmare. We're all in a nightmare. There's no such thing as magic. That's impossible. She's a witch. Put Chad in the chat. Okay. There you go. Yeah, she is a witch. She's hot. Yeah, this is more realistic now. Oh, hi, Dad. Our chair cut off. Back to the corner with you. Heading out tomorrow, yep. I still can't get signal. Main screen turn on. Someone call 911. We still don't have internet. Because of her, it's her magic. We're all gonna die. She killed Matt. I'm about to throw up, but she'll kill me if she hears me. We can kill her if we all go together. Who's with me? We're all gonna die, idiot. She's using magic. We can't do anything. I don't want to die. Please save me. Please, please. Focus. There's got to be a way out of this. Yeah, let's go and kill her. She won't have time to get us all. I don't want to die. You try that on your own. I'm sitting next to Lucas. The smell is unbearable. Please help me. Save me, please. My parents are rich. Please save me. What? Oh, his name is Dan Womanizer. Jesus Christ. We're all in this together, you moron. Calm down. We'll come up with a plan. We need to exchange the answers to the questions on this chat so we don't die. We're all gonna die anyway. Everybody sit still or you'll die. You just have to sit there and pretend to take notes. It's a divine punishment. I like just me. It's because you're all sinners. Shut up! It's all your fault! You're a sinner too, so shut up. They have an intranet. We are fucked. A divine punishment. Maybe that's what it is after all. A loud vomit echoes around the room. The girl sitting next to Lucas's corpse has finally cracked. I take a quick look at Evelyn. She continues her lecture without caring about the sickening noise.
And all these concepts bring us back to the decision-making process that you should already be familiar with.
Were you the one who was afraid you'd die if you threw up? He spared you. Maybe she kills randomly? She's a witch. She would kill anyone. I don't know. I mean, you know that Lucas was Lucas was my friend. He was a huge asshole who abused girls. That's pure bullshit. This story, it was true. He's a sinner. Repent or you will all die. I've heard about this. Of course it's true. I know one of the victims. I heard he always uses the same method. He picks up a shy girl, she comes to his room, but that doesn't necessarily imply that she didn't agree. I know a girl who didn't. He's the worst trash. He did several victims in his university. This is no news. Shut up. If that was true, they would have told the cops. No, that's why he picked shy loner girls. It's much harder for them to go to the police. Besides, it's unbearable to even tell anyone about the details. I also know a girl who was abused by Lucas. All the girls in our year know he's super dangerous. So true. That's why most of his victims are from other years. Shouldn't y'all focus on not dying? Lucas may have been an asshole, but how does this help us in any way? The witch is gonna kill us all. She's gonna start asking questions again very soon. Yeah, that witch is gonna kill us like she killed Matt. I know, Matt. He wasn't so much of a saint either. Don't you dare say that Matt deserved to die. Matt was abusing girls? I've known him for years. He would never do that. I don't think he did that kind of thing, but I heard about a messed up story of him. He had a one-night stand with a girl who got pregnant and he made her have an abortion. So what? Matt didn't do anything wrong. She made the decision to abort. What is this dialogue? What? Despite the visceral fear that refuses to leave my body, I try to concentrate on the last exchanges. Matt forced a girl he slept with to have an abortion. This reminds me of something. The memory of the exchange between Matt and Evelyn just before his death suddenly flashes back to me.
When a couple is expecting a child, who should make the decision?
Evelyn, she asked Matt that question. A very specific question for Matt. Does that mean she knew? In a brief moment of lucidity, I try to gather my thoughts. Evelyn is a demon, a witch, a psychopath. She can kill us all with a snap of her fingers. And yet she follows a very specific plan. She gives us orders, terrifies us, asks us questions. The small voice in my head starts to grow louder. What if? What if she didn't kill randomly? I mentally run down the casualty list. Kills the bad people. Lucas bad. People might even say he deserves what he got. Matt. Bad. Another behavior Evelyn would want to punish. She might consider that he was gaslighting the girl to get what he wanted. Did he answer that the mother should be the one to make the decisions? Did he suspect that Evelyn knew? Did he sense that this question was directly aimed at him regarding this very specific event? Evelyn didn't seem to expect any particular answer. Actually, I don't know if there was really a good answer to such a vague question. But then, was it a trick question? Was it a question designed to psychologically torture him before killing him for good? Punish him for his behavior? What about the other deaths? The one who died by fire while trying to open the door. The girl who was killed while vomiting on the floor, unable to move. The one who was left paralyzed standing by the door?
No. Class is not over. I'm sorry, but eating is not allowed in class. That's how you mess up the room. Not me.
Shut up, I'm gonna eat all I want.
It's not a valid excuse, sorry.
Did they die because they didn't follow the rules imposed by Evelyn? Fuck you, lady. What would those rules be? No running in the hall.
If you don't get back to your seats, I'll have to punish you too. Is everyone seated? Good. Let's get back to the question.
Guess I'm dead.
I expect you to take notes seriously.
Would it be enough to be a good, obedient student to survive? Lucas and Matt died after being questioned directly. Oh fuck, I still have a cupcake. Sorry. In other words, they probably had no hope of survival. Evelyn wanted them dead. As for the others, they were not interrogated. They died because they did not obey the rules. They were not seated. They did not follow the class. They tried to leave the room in the middle of the class. I shake my head to try to give myself some hope. I'm sure my theory holds up. Once Evelyn is done punishing all the students guilty of punishable behavior, she will spare the others. The others, the ones who can follow the rules until the end of the class. I need to share this with the others so that there are others, more others, casualties. I'm just about to write on the chat when Evelyn lets out a loud exclamation.
Exclamation! Oh, I almost forgot a little question.
I instantly freeze as if paralyzed by an unearthly cold embrace. Emma turns to me, looking even more terrified than before. Excuse me. I squeeze her hand with all my strength and utter a few words under my breath. You're safe. She should be in no danger. She's taking notes. She's listening to the lecture. She's a very good student. She is a girl. Evelyn seems to only punish guys guilty of terrible behavior towards girls. I pray that my theory is correct. And then she explodes. I think I should be alright. I'm a normal guy. And yet, why am I shaking like a leaf?
You there! What is your name?
Breathless, I look up with devastated eyes at Evelyn. I'm normal. What do you mean? Who is staring at someone across the room? Oh. Me? Dead silence. All the students turn to the unfortunate girl. I recognize her. It's Lucy, a rather loner girl in the class. Evelyn simply nods with a broad smile, arms leaning against her desk near the board. The brief, that's a tongue twister. Brief relief. It's easy, never mind. Of knowing I'm safe is immediately replaced by frustration at the inconsistency of the choice of the new victim. Because you've just been sitting there theory crafting. Why is she singling out a girl? Unless she's not planning to kill her? Maybe Evelyn just wants to psychologically torture us into thinking she's going to kill everyone. Quick, say your poggers, maybe she'll spare you. Don't be so weird, champ, I'm poggers. Maybe she'll spare this girl and kill the next student she asks the question to. The next one, that could be me. Claire, my name is Claire. I frown. What is she doing? Her name is Lucy. If Evelyn finds out she's lying to her.
Claire? That's a pretty name. For a liar!
Oh, shit. Lucy's face is almost morbidly pale, but she manages to hold Evelyn's gaze without blinking. Oh no.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Wow, thanks, Guns. I don't know.
I've always thought that the name we're given at birth is the starting point of a great injustice, since we don't choose it ourselves. What do you think, Claire?
She knows. She knows that Lucy lied to her. She knows everything. Lucy is doomed.
Yes, you're right. I'm always right. No need to mention it.
Evelyn's smile widens and she bursts out laughing.
I'm kidding, of course. Nobody's perfect.
Lucy's face breaks down as Evelyn walks up the stairs towards the row where her new victim is sitting. This psychological torture is unbearable, including for us bystanders. Does Evelyn plan to kill her, or does she just want to terrorize her?
So, Claire, a question for you about responsibilital.
I resign myself to the obvious. Lucy's going to die. Okay, moving on.
Is a person who distributes illegal content on the internet
Oh,
guilty,
shit.
even if he or she did not participate in the making of that content themselves? Smiley face.
Revenge porn? Lucy bursts into tears in response to this oddly Pacific Ocean question.
Please, I didn't know. I thought they were always consenting. I swear.
What the fuck is happening anymore? What's going on? Evelyn stares condescendingly at Lucy, half leaning over her. The unearthly glow of her medallion gleams on the tear-streaking face of the hapless victim. What are they going to college for? I don't know, man. Please spare me, I'm so sorry. Please, please. Evelyn's gaze grows a little softer.
Nopers. Lucy, I'm sorry to see you so desperate.
Lucy raises her pleading eyes.
But your answer is off topic.
Cringe. With a simple gesture, Evelyn causes a small bluish mist to appear and ripple around Lucy's body. The latter begins to tremble so violently that her seat hammers the metal railing that serves as its support in a sonorous clacking. Clack, 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 clack. The shaking stops after a few seconds, and with a dull thud, Lucy's head falls against the table, her face turned in my direction. A fresh wave of nausea seizes me. Blood is abundantly spurted from her eyes and mouth during her agony. Ooh! With a snap of her fingers, Evelyn clears the magical mist and walks back down to the podium, a mysterious smile on her face. Remember,
responsibility is one of the must-have sociological studies in the program.
Once back by her desk, Evelyn continues the class as if nothing had happened.
I kill indiscriminately.
Smiley face. Nothing in her appearance betrays the murder she has just perpetrated. Not her immaculate clothes, not her impeccably coiffed hair, not her medallion, which has returned to its usual hue.
Don't forget to take notes. This is important. Are you taking notes? I don't see it.
I'm taking notes. Right on the back of that murder, I'll give away the last two keys. Is what better timing than some murder? And I'll like DM them or whatever to people after the stream. Whole hour is it keys? Oh, I got 3 more. Alright, hold up. Boom. Same thing. Anime in caps. Go, go, go.
Yeah, Jay's
And then we'll play Fear and Hunger. Because I want to see if I can beat that today. That would be pretty cool. I'm not finishing this? No. I was only planning on doing it for a couple hours. I mean, I'll read the next chat log. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I want to see what depraved ass shit Lucy did. Oh, Neki-san, hey. I do want to play Fear and Hunger today, though. 100%. I will see. Rigged. Alright, anime. Ready? Soon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Stoned Hobo. I could say anime in chat, it's the giveaway. Alright, I'll save the last one for when we're done. Uno more to go. Alright, back to whatever the hell's happening here. I hear the sound of someone puking from across the room, but no screams. Most of the students go back to tapping away fervently at their keyboards, looking terrified. Evelyn also targets girls. No one is safe. Emma, I love you. I whisper these words without taking my eyes off my screen. Terrified at attracting Evelyn's attention, Emma simply squeezes my hand with unusual strength. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a few tears falling on her keyboard as she continues to take notes. I have to figure out the rules of this sadistic, perverted game. I have to save Emma. I close my eyes and try to recall the details of the scene despite the gagging in my stomach. Evelyn asked a very specific question again, and Lucy didn't react in her usual way, as if she knew exactly what it was about. No notes, only theory crafting. Please, I don't know. I thought they were always consenting, I swear. Lucy, she was guilty. She admitted her guilt. She understood that Evelyn had targeted her for a reason. Evelyn's criterion for guilt would simply be harming other girls, regardless of the gender of the perpetrator. I log back into the chat room at full speed. Alright, Lucy, you sick son of a bitch. Does anyone know? Hey, look, it's me. I finally typed something in the chat. Who are the non-consenting people? We're all gonna die! He's a sitter too. Repent, everyone. This guy seems to have lost his mind, but I feel like his sinner theory is somehow kind of right. I just need to confirm it with Lucy's story. It's just rumors, but I heard she was collecting sex tapes from some students and reselling them to porn websites. I guess in a lot of the cases, the girls didn't even know they were being filmed. I never checked online, though. It's not a rumor, it's true. She even admitted it to herself. Not sure if this is related, but I've seen videos of Lucas on porn websites.
Ow!
Is he bigger than me? Same. Plus one. What the fuck, dude? Excuse me? And not just Lucas, by the way. There are a few other guys from this university who had videos of them having sex with a lot of different girls. Man, those videos must have popped off. Would that mean that Lucy had to deal with these guys? That would explain Evelyn's question about responsibility. But how could she know something like that? She's a witch. She knows everything. We're all gonna die. It's only a matter of time. My theory seems to be confirmed. Yeah, there are two types of victims, the punished and the disobedient. The punished are targeted directly through Evelyn's questions, which allows her to remind them of their misdeeds before killing them. They are guilty of having carried out terrible acts, supposedly on girls. In other words, those who didn't do any evil thing have nothing to fear in principle. As for the disobedient, it can be anyone. The moment you disobey Evelyn's rules, you have a target on your head. Just take notes. Just take notes, it's fine. Supposedly, it would be enough to pretend to be a good student and to obey her orders when she gives them. Supposedly. I shake my head. There are too many holes in my reasoning. Too many gray areas. But it's the only lead I have. If this could save lives, I need to tell everyone. Look, I don't think she's randomly targeting her victims. Shut up! Whoa, ban that guy. Matt didn't deserve to die, not like this. Lucas, Matt, no, Lucy. Every time she asks a question, she knows something morally wrong her victims did. Exactly, she only targets sinners. You have condemned us all, you fuckers! What's your deal, Cirno? You're saying that you agree with the other sicko here? It's a bit more complicated. Basically, Evelyn kills people who she thinks have done something terrible. I bought WinRAR. Is that terrible? She asks them a question with no good answer and she kills them. And Alicia? She killed her while she collapsed on the floor vomiting. That's because in addition to her sadistic justice, Evelyn also kills people who don't obey the rules. Like those who stood by the door despite her threat. You're on her side or what? It's their fault they were killed by that crazy bitch. They were paralyzed with fear. He's on her side for sure. That's what the bullshit rules. If no one knows them, it just means she's killing blindly. It's a bullshit excuse to kill us all like pigs. It doesn't make sense. She just kills for fun. She is a witch. She wants to sacrifice us to invoke an ancient demon on Earth. Shit, I underestimated the difficulty of sharing ideas online. Nobody's really listening to me. A very light tap on my back almost makes me scream in surprise. Oh hey, it's the crew. I turn around and see Jessica, Dan, and Wes on the seats right behind me. Hey, it's not that dumb, your theory. I forgot what she sounded like. Jessica's careful to keep her voice low. Despite the relative distance between us and the board, and thus Evelyn, there's no telling how much she can hear us. What are you doing here? You're insane. Why would you move from your seats? It's okay, bruh. She's focused on writing. Look. I quickly turn back to Evelyn and see with relief that she is still facing the board, writing sociological concepts that sound completely unfamiliar to me. So yeah, when does class end? Seems like she can't hear us. We should be fine. Emma joins the discussion. Yeah, I think your theory makes sense, but... Yeah, it's not that stupid. We still don't know how to get out of here. He's that guy from The Simpsons. More whispers get our attention. Cirno, are you sure about your theory? How do you explain that the witch spared Rose? She was with the others near the door, though. I catch a glimpse of the twins, but move closer and are now almost glued to Emma. Rose, the one who passed out on the floor. The twins nod their heads perfectly in sync. That's what I was gonna say. There are some details I still don't understand at all. I glance back at Evelyn in fear again. She quietly continues to write a rather dense lecture on the board, clearly unbothered by our whispers. I try to remember the scene. Rose. That's consistent. That's consistent with what Cirno says. Rose passed out so she couldn't obey the rules. What the hell are you talking about? Witch, everyone's the same. She asked everyone to go sit down. That was the rule. Go back to your seat. Does that mean we're in danger since we switched places? I don't think so. Since the murder started, I've changed seats 3 times and I still haven't been targeted. As long as we stay seated, I think she's satisfied. Why did you change your seat 3 times? Jessica looks at Dan like she's talking to a child. Get me closer to you so we can come up with a plan, you idiot. But to get back to Rose, it doesn't add up. She killed Alicia, who was throwing up. She couldn't get back to her seat either. The scene suddenly comes back to my mind.
Poor thing. She's fainted. What kind of teacher would I be if I punished a student with anemia? As for her, I'm sorry, but eating is not allowed in class. That's how you make the room dirty.
No
Dirty people.
eaties. The rule. The rule is to behave in class. Remember, she said she couldn't punish someone with anemia, so she couldn't kill Rose. She spares someone who has anemia, but she punishes someone who can't control their gut when facing dead corpses? That's complete bullshit. She made it clear that no eating was allowed in class, even though she knew full well that Alicia was throwing up because of the situation and not because of her breakfast. Her reasoning is particularly sick for sure. But since then, there have been plenty of other students who threw up but are still alive. Jessica fixes Emma with an icy stare. Dude, they're all dead. They're all gonna die. They were in their seats, which was the main rule. Go back to your seats. That's completely twisted. If she was throwing up, she couldn't go back to her seat. Yeah, it just shows how sadistic she is. If you know you can't hold your guts in, then you shouldn't have headed for the door. But Rose fainted. According to your twisted reasoning, she too should have stayed in her place if she knew she couldn't stand. Wonder what this lecture hall smells like? Blood and vomit. I massage my aching temples. It smells like a Waffle House. I don't know. Maybe she sees anemia as potentially related to poor health, so something we don't choose. We don't choose to vomit. Maybe it's not so much a matter of affliction as of consequence. When you vomit, you're still conscious, even if moving is very delicate. He doesn't want to kill people who won't see death coming at them. He's the worst kind of sadist. He insists on following the rules normally imposed by a teacher. A teacher? You thought she was a teacher? She's not here to teach us anything. She's here to kill. We all know that. Joe's theory is that she's playing teacher to catch us off guard on very simple rules of behavior that everyone knows but applied to a morbid supernatural situation. That way she's sure everyone will make mistakes. It's disgustingly sadistic, but it seems to fit her personality well. Exactly. Look, I don't know where her supernatural powers come from, nor do I know why we're stuck in such a nightmare. However, I get the impression that she's trying to punish certain students guilty of behavior deemed... Are we just going in circles? Dan raises his voice slightly despite the risks. What do you mean exactly? She's playing the vigilante? That's your theory? So all the guys who are not perfect have to die? Guys or girls, it seems. I don't care. You're saying I deserve to die? She needs premium, dude. Emma turns back to Evelyn, looking very concerned. Dan, I'm begging you, keep your voice down. Dan, we don't make the rules. I just feel like I have to bet my life on your bullshit theory. That's what you're saying? And you're safe because you're the nice little boyfriend of a nice little girl? Jessica slaps the back of his head. I tell you, shut up! Stop freaking out, we're all this together! Dad stares murderously at Jessica, but eventually regains his composure. We're just trying to figure out what this witch's motives to maybe save some lives, nothing more. Dad looks unconvinced. Yeah, to save your lives. Wait, why are you convinced that Evelyn is going to come after you? Don't tell me you did terrible things to a girl. Dan turns sharply towards me. Of course not. I'm not a freak. Jessica raises her eyebrows. Of course not. I have principles. Good for you. But Dad, why do you feel so threatened? She is indeed seeking revenge on anyone who has hurt a girl in the past, then. Dan pauses, staring into space. I've never done anything atrocious like Lucas. But I'm not exactly the monogamous type, you know me. So I've been with a lot of girls, in a relationship, single, it didn't matter to me. I probably caused a lot of breakups, and sometimes for couples who were pretty serious. Not that serious, considering these girls were willing to sleep with a guy like you. Or her girl's Jessica. I'm not saying I'm super proud of it, but it's not like it's against the law, and I may not be the only one at fault. Takes two to cheat, right? Almost surprised you know that. Still makes me a guy with reprehensible behavior. Call it morals, values, or anything, if it fits into her rules, I'm doomed. He's going to bleed me dry for acting like this. On the other hand, if you really did act like trash, Emma glares at Chloe.
Don't say things like that. No one deserves to die for that.
Jessica gives Chloe the coldest look I've ever seen.
You're a pro-death penalty, right?
Watching bad guys die in front of you makes you happy.
Does it make you feel better about your own little life?
What is happening?
I don't know.
What's going on? Where is this going? Chloe looks down at the floor, but Zoe immediately flies to her rescue. What am I playing? I don't know anymore. It's like random commentaries of the game. Thanks, Coffee Des, for the 28 months. Welcome back.
Coffee Desu just resubbed for
appreciate it.
28 months. Circle blue.
The twins have always been extremely close and supportive of each other. That's not what she meant. No one wants Dan to die, but if Cirno's theory is right, that's pretty reassuring, right? It means there's a real hope for some of the students. The good students. Trash like me can croak as quickly as possible to help you get out. No, that's not what you meant, right? Yeah, look at all their faces. Like, ah. But you shut up instead. What do you think? Dan, calm down right now. The witch is only targeting people who have actually done horrible things. There's no telling whether she'll actually start targeting minor sins like cheating on someone. If so, pretty much everyone will be on the death row, not just you. Dan's shell begins to crack, and I begin to detect signs of fear on his face. Fear of being next in line. I place my hand on his arm. I have nothing to offer him but my empathy. And my fear. And this beer. Wow. Jessica's right. If she starts killing over little mistakes, then we're all doomed. No one's perfect. Visibly on the verge of tears, Dan looks at me, shaking his head. Alright, back to the main topic. Again? How can we use this theory to get out of here? Yeah, we have to find a loophole in the rules. There's got to be one. Yeah, couldn't they, like, break a window and just leave? I keep to myself my fear that any possible loophole, if there is one, could have been left knowingly by Evelyn to trap us. To kill us and any trace of hope even more cruelly. Wes speaks up. I forgot he was here, too. Hi, Wes. What if someone pure tried to open the door? I guess that's me, chat. Jessica glares at him. Have you been listening? Anyone who doesn't follow the rules gets killed too, pure or not. Wes shakes his head, an unusually serious look on his face. No, that's a corollary of Cirno's theory. His theory is just that Evelyn targets impure students when she asks questions, which has been true so far. So what? The others hadn't done anything. That we don't know. You said it yourself, nobody is perfect. Maybe all those who died so far had something to blame. Yeah, they all are touching their hair. Including the guy who tried to open the door. And maybe that's why. That's why he was burned alive. Because he was a sinner, too. They have life. Yeah, all but one. I painfully suppress and you shudder. Burned alive, that's probably the worst kind of death. Your theory is based on untested assumptions. I'm gonna assumption you. Like Cirno's, if you're right, then since no one is perfect, we're all doomed. All of us. So we have nothing to lose by trying anything, including my theory. Dan stares at Wes with the pleading look of one who is willing to do anything to survive. What time tomorrow's the road trip starting? We're heading out at like noon, but the stream will start a bit after that. I don't know. I'll let you know when I know for sure. It should be a little earlier than my normal start time. Wes, what do you suggest? Very simple. I think there are pure and impure students by Evelyn's standards. The pure are not supposed to die, while the others are definitely doomed. Yeah, I've zoned out. As a result, all we have to do is send someone pure to open the door. The witch won't want to kill him, and we'll have a real escape route. And while she's busy killing the next impure one on the list, we can try to escape altogether. Since there will be pure people in the crowd, she won't be able to kill indiscriminately, which will leave the possibility for some of the impure ones to go out alive. Yeah, that's not so dumb. Like you said, we don't have anything to lose. This idea is fine. With your stupid theory, we're all going to die for sure. This theory is even more fictitious than mine. A pure delirium with childish naivety. As if the key to our survival could rest on something so simple, so black and white. And yet, it's tempting to cling to the slightest hint of hope, however illusory and ridiculous. I frown. The idea that there really are pure people doesn't make sense. No one is blameless. His plan doesn't make sense. That said, perhaps not everything is to be discarded. His theory is based on a total contradiction. Nobody would instinctively want to leave the room calmly. And that's exactly why it could actually work. It would be twisted enough to surprise Evelyn. Or go along with her sadism. Maybe she planned to tell the very last survivor that all he had to do to survive was to leave the room quietly. That's definitely something she could have planned. What if we forget about this purity thing? What if it was enough for someone to simply walk out very quietly, as they would during a normal class? After all, we're allowed to go to the bathroom, usually. You go to the bathroom, you explode. Jessica looks at me with a condescending sigh. A normal class, right, Cirno? Are you pretending not to see the dead bodies around us? Precisely. To allow something so simple, something that no one would dare to do in such a context, would be the height of sadism. That's precisely a rule Evelyn could invent, because no one would dare. Yeah, that makes sense. It's coherent. It's anything but coherent. It's based on nothing but pure, desperate speculation. But in a situation as impossible as ours, I'm convinced that we need to think differently. Counterintuitively. Calm down. There's just one issue with this brilliant plan of yours. Jessica sets her big eyes in mine. The brave, chosen one who will test your wonderfully disruptive theory. Are you talking about yourself? I swallow hard, risking your life on such a crazy bet. I sigh in annoyance. If Dan is convinced, that means it's a plan worthy of a kindergartner. In short, something you definitely shouldn't do. You're right, it's stupid. Forget what I said. Illusion of choice. Buzz fixes me with a particularly intense stare. No, just because you're not the right person to execute the plan doesn't make it wrong. It's not about courage, it's about survival. And for that, you have to pick the right person. We'll only get one chance to try this plan. I suggest we choose the most blameless, pure person. Someone who will have the best chance of not being targeted by the witch. Hello, Axishi. This is not a Hentani game. A serious, kind, well-liked person who is above suspicion. Oh, it's Emma. Emma's gonna die. My mind is about to explode. You little shit. I'll have you know I graduated top of my class 300 for... You want Emma to sacrifice herself to save your miserable life? Keep it down, you idiot. Emma keeps her eyes glued to Wes, looking stunned. Wes, you're crazy. We can't. I'd rather see us all die in excruciating pain than sacrifice Emma on the basis of a completely fucked up assumption. Wes, you coward. Why don't you do it yourself? I told you, we need to pick someone as pure as possible. We'll only get one chance. This just in, she's the most fucked up one. I guarantee it. Emma, I know what I'm asking of you, but you're checking off all the boxes. Fuck you. Emma interrupts me by putting her hand over my mouth.
Get us stop, you get us killed, please.
I have to summon all the strength I can to keep my composure. There's no way. Emma is sacrificing herself. She probably, like, eats babies or something. You'd rather have all of us die than give a small chance to survival to others? I'm about to snap his twiggy little neck when Emma puts her hand on my arm, looking pleading. Pleading face. Pleading face. I close my mouth with a loud sigh. Don't touch Emma. Not one finger. Hey, Elite Mouse. There is a long silence. The only sounds I hear are Evelyn's distant voice, still reciting the lecture. I'm surprised we're not all dead. And the mechanical noise of computer keyboards all around us. Eventually, the eyes converge on Jessica, who stares at Emma with a dark look, as usual. If she dares. I think it's a shitty plan. Way too risky, and it has no basis, in fact. Emma sighs, a slightly relieved look on her face. Even though I would never have let them do it, it's easier that Wes stays completely isolated, this filthy coward. What? According to Cirno's theory, we have some time left before we are killed, provided we obey the rules. Time we can use to find a loophole. I agree. Alright, back to square one, everybody. Woo! Yeah, you're right. Emma sighs again. Anybody? Anyone as a lead? Anyone? Anyone? Anybody? A handful of students in front of us turn around after making sure Evelyn is still watching the board. Hey, Cirno, you know how to escape from here? No. Fuck no, we don't. We know nothing. Please, I'll give you anything you want. I just want to get out alive. Jessica gives them her most haughty look. Haughty. You idiots. You have been listening. We're still looking. You said you had a theory, Cirno. Yes, but a theory to survive a little longer, that's all. Where'd I find this VN? The dev emailed me. That's where I got the keys from. Until we figured out how to get out of here. I thought the art looked nice. Jessica nods her head in agreement. I'm rich. My father can give you anything. Just get me out of here. Did you not pay attention? We don't know how yet. Emma, you're a super nice girl. Please, I'll do anything you want. The twins both sigh. You guys are crazy. Talk about losers. That explains some of the messages on the chat. Chat, I don't think you're losers. There has to be a way to escape. If there are rules or loopholes. Dude, if they go in a circle again, I'm done. I'm just saying. Play Fear and Hunger. The real question is if Evelyn thought of rules to torture us. Why would she leave us the option of exploiting any loopholes? Oh my lord. Can we use one of the weird weapons she invoked? I'm sure it... Oh, there we go. Now she's talking.
If you have time to chat, it means you already know everything about this class.
Our little group instantly freezes.
You, there. Were you saying something? Is it because you're bored?
Get me out of here. My dad's fucking loaded. Not at all. The allegedly very rich student's shaking voice betrays the sobs that agitate him.
It's probably more interesting than this class. Could you share with the whole class what you were saying?
A cold sweat floods my chest. It could have been me. I'm 3 feet away from him. But he is the one who was doomed. He was the last one to speak. The last one to break the rules. I bet he's in trouble for taking advantage of people to become rich. With a howl, the student in front of me gets up and runs full speed towards the large glass windows at the... Oh my god, it's happening! I watch the scene in awe. Evelyn is still standing motionless next to the board, a toothy grin on her lips. What does she plan to... The student throws his weight against one of the large windows in hopes of shattering it. I can't help but wish with all my heart that he will succeed. If he does, will Evelyn have time to kill us all? Or will we be able to sneak away during the class or call for help? Yep. A new flash of light dazzles for a... Hold on, I have hair in my mouth. A new flash of light dazzles me for a moment, then it disappears just as suddenly. My eyes slowly reopen, but the long pain groan I hear leaves no doubt as to the outcome of this escape attempt. What? Pog? Thorns. A new vision of horror awaits me. The student who tried to flee lies a few meters off the ground, pierced by a wall of purple thorny vines that dance all along the large windows. Very quickly his rattling dies down and his lifeless body comes to a complete stop, just like the brambles that now seem to be frozen. Use your imagination, Tina. On the other side of the windows, through the few gaps left by the thorny vines, I see a bright blue sky as if to cruelly remind us of our captivity, the fatal outcome of which is no longer in doubt. The room is perfectly silent, aware that the slightest noise could be sanctioned by Evelyn. There is no alternative to this deadly little game. We must play by the rules. The only way to survive is to break through the cracks. Next to me, Emma sits straight in her chair, eyes closed.
How rude. You can discuss as much as you want after class is over.
A new feeling of deep unease comes over me. I feel as if Evelyn is looking at me with this sardonic smile. Her eyes, an unearthly glint dances in the depths of her eyes. Could it be madness, cruelty, sadism? Or simply fun? In a great theatrical gesture, Evelyn turns back to the board and starts writing again as if nothing had happened. Her medallion, glowing with magic, bounces against her chest as she moves, an unyielding witness to the carnage she has wrought. Booba. Deep inside me, a small voice that I had previously muzzled now resounds with force. We can't get out anymore. We are doomed. Oh my god, fade to black. This seems like a good spot. Oops, I hit it. Oh my god, you can see her legs. Oh, yeah. We learn about microsociology.
Alright, now you should have the basics of microsociology.
Oh, I don't think we're gonna learn about them. Ella goes back to sit at her desk looking satisfied. Behind her the board is black with words, most likely related to sociology, but I'm unable to focus on them. Ella, what kind of new horror is she planning?
Okay, now that we are done with this chapter, I think it's time for some questions.
Yay. Time for some questions. This relentless phrase catches up with us again. She's not done with the punishments. How many people are going to be killed before she finally lets us out? Is she really planning to sacrifice the entire student body one by one under the guise of nobody's perfect? I quickly scan the room looking for Evelyn's next potential victim. I see a small group of 3 students who are shaking all over. I can't remember their names, but they are the kind of guys who usually play bad boys in any situation. They probably realize they are guilty of some shady stuff, which is why their panic is so obvious. They are condemned. This will be the last question, Sesh. We will move on. Evelyn walks slowly along the main staircase like an empress. An empress who has the right of life and death over each and every one of us, just like in the old days. Who's gonna die for tax evasion?
Remember, microsociology is based on 2 founding pillars: social interactions and communication between individuals. We've already talked about social interactions, so how about questions about communication?
Her malevolent smile widened.
Oh, we changed tenses. Are there any volunteers?
I restrained myself from looking directly at her, afraid to meet her eyes. Sure, witch. Do your usual sadistic little trick. We know damn well you're going to point to the person you had in mind all along.
Nobody? Okay, well, I'll have to pick someone again.
Evelyn slowly moves closer to our row. Shit, I hope she doesn't target Dan.
I haven't heard from you since the beginning of class. What a shame. You seem to be such a good student.
My whole body instantly freezes. No way. It can't be. It takes me all the strength of my will to manage to turn my head in Evelyn's direction. It's me!
What was your name again?
Oh, fuck.
Emma?
Oh, it's Emma! That's completely impossible! Yeah, dude, she did something so fucked up, I can tell. Emma sits stiffly upright in her seat, livid, her wide eyes focused on Evelyn. She barely manages to nod her head in agreement.
Let's see. An easy question for someone like you.
I am on the verge of apoplexy. Blood rushes through my skull so fast that my eyes naturally close. Only Evelyn's mocking face refuses to disappear, like an indelible stain on my retina. Emma, my Emma, doomed. That's impossible!
What place is there for honesty in a couple? In other words, should we tell each other everything?
Oh, fuck! I open my mouth to scream, but only a hoarse grumble comes out. Evelyn turns to me, a finger over her mouth.
Ta ta ta! No cheating! You should wait for your turn to answer. Ah.
Her eyes cast a blue vile light. For a moment, I see a stronger flicker deepen her pupils, and I feel something go haywire inside me. I can't breathe. I put my hands to my neck, still held to my seat by some magical force probably triggered by Evelyn's curse. Emma turns to me in panic. Evelyn stares at Emma, a big smile on her face. Yet another proof of her sadism as I continue to suffocate in my seat.
Emma, I asked you a question.
Emma topples over into an advanced state of panic. I try to stop Emma from answering the question, but the lack of oxygen prevents me from doing anything. Please, don't answer.
Honesty. Telling each other everything. Yes. Yes.
Evelyn claps her hands together.
Excellent answer. Heart.
Emma turns to me stunned. Oh no. My vision blurs from my asphyxiation. Only her, though. Everything else is fine. On her face, is it blood? I can barely make out Emma as she collapses to the ground. I think I hear the screaming of the twins nearby, but my ears are ringing terribly. The lack of oxygen is getting the better of me. My head is spinning. Where is Emma? On the verge of fainting, I see two huge eyes. Terrifying. Oh shit.
Careful. Sorry, the lights are off. The class is not over yet. You must not leave your seat.
At these words, I finally managed to suck in a huge gulp of of air. Oh, sorry, that's not the time for this. I was lying on the floor, a long blue dagger protruding from her back. Breathless, I struggled to scream. Emma. My Emma. Emma! Evelyn's threat hit me hard. If I leave my seat, I will be punished. I will die too. I lower my tear-filled eyes toward Emma's body, whose face straightens slightly toward me.
Cirno, you did this voice. Forgive me.
Alright. The horror of Evelyn's twisted trap intrudes on me in all its glory. If I want to live, I must let the girl I love die before my eyes. Without being able to comfort her, without being able to touch her one last time, I must let her die alone, abandoned on the dusty floor of an auditorium. No way. I can't stay still. I can't. Fuck Evelyn. Fuck everyone else. Nothing makes sense anymore. Emma's going to die. I'll write a save would have been a good idea. Just as I rushed to the floor and held her, an immense pain hits my back. I collapse in front of Emma, and I can see the supernatural dagger piercing my body. But my eyes remain fixed on Emma's tear-stained face. My Emma. Alright, Emma.
Cirno.
I painfully manage to reach out my arm to her, and our two hands meet halfway. Her own hand is already so cold. Emma, I love you. I love you so much. A ragged cough half interrupts me, and I can taste blood in my mouth. Emma, stay with me, please. Thank you, Cirno. Oh, now I read that. Emma's eyes turn glassy as the last sign of life is drained from her. She is dead. Emma. I use a little energy I have left to let out a howl filled with pain, anger, and despair. I feel as if the world has gone completely silent. Nothing around me matters anymore. Nothing but Emma's big, lifeless eyes. Emma, why you? Why? I can feel the life slipping out of my body quickly. My breathing becomes more difficult and I can't move my head. I hear Evelyn's voice in the distance. Strangely, the tone is neither mocking nor playful. More like disappointed?
It's a pity. I didn't expect such a stupid reaction from you, you big dummy.
It is so angry. I painfully articulate a few words in a breath of hatred. You...
Alright, let's keep going.
I hear Evelyn's footsteps walking away. Oh, die. You... My last sentence is interrupted by a jolt from the dagger that seems to move on its own along my spine. These are the last words I am able to speak. Subscribe with Prime Gaming. Words of insult in front of the girl I love. I probably would have been better off addressing my last words to Emma. What an idiot. As my eyes close for the last time, I clutch Emma's lifeless hand to mine with all the fury roaring inside me. Let's
move on to the next question. Is there a volunteer?
You have not obeyed the witch's rules and have hence been sentenced to death. Die you shall. You fool. Oh shit. I'll give away the last key. Thanks for the voice assist. To let me load? I mean, maybe. Oh, no, I didn't save. We just got a bad ending. Multi-endings. Hardcore playthrough, baby. Alright. One more Keege.